Right people, part 5. 8x4 trailer in the old money, which to us here in Australia is 2.4 by 1200. It's actually, that's the internal measurements of the trailer. So, as I've said before in the previous videos, I've got a drawer in there which I've got to put a face on, and plenty of room to put a couple of big tubs. That just locks away like so. My back door will hang somewhere around here, and I'll be able to swing it all the way around to this side, so that will be, left half will be door, right half will be panel, so the door will open against it. Just enough room, when I said in the first videos, about 450, 500 across there. The bed is 1800 long, 6 foot in the old money. So you've got 18 inches there maybe. I'll be able to put a little porta potty in the corner. The ply of the bed, when I put it on, I'll put it on gas struts so I can lift it up. Big storage side here, and storage there for clothes. Underneath that cubby I've showed before is the spare and some recovery gear whenever we need it. And that one there, that bin there, will be for the battery and MPPT charger, or whatever you call it. The far one will be the drawer for the kitchen, the slide that will go out that left hand drawer. These are all glued and screwed. A few pins in here. Screws on the external, because I'm going to put an angle timber fascia angle on the corner, so it'll hide all the screws. Some little pins in here to hold it where it's glued. All marine ply. Same at the front. Same again, I'll put a corner running down here. I've done the little step like Patrick had in his tent video. So next stage is to mix up some epoxy and paint quite a bit, all these angles and whatever inside and outside, and then make up the peanut butter fillet to fill all these little gaps. Won't do the corners so much. Travelling around this side, be the same down here. Any little nicks or anything with the filler with the resin. I think I'll use the sawdust. I've been saving my sawdust. Got my track, my stand-up track, which the tent will sew against, and the roof will come down on here, just like in Patrick's rooftop video. I've got some the lengths left over. These sheets come in 2.4 by 1200, which is 8x4 to you Americans, but to us it's 2.4 by 800, by 1200, 2.4, so that's 2.4 long, that's a full sheet. And I've cut them down at 900, so this is 9 from this now fixes the bottom of the steel. I might put a nice black angle bracket on when it's all done along the bottom, and some nice black hex head screws or something to fix the bottom in tight and protect the bottom edge. This will all be epoxied, and the cloth, the fiberglass cloth from the bottom is 900 to here. So I'm hoping if I do the fillet along here with the peanut butter type stuff, I'll be able to bring the cloth up, wrap it round, and maybe bring it up to this edge, and then when it's hard, cut it off on here, so it'll come up. Because they're on eBay and that, the cloth comes in a roll of 10 meters long by a meter, which is 1000 mil. So this is 900 up to there, 955, and stand up 20 mil, or on them 1x1s as Patrick refers to. That's about 20 mil cut off. All these holes I'll fill in with filler when I do it. So my lid should go from here. This will be the back. Might stand up here about 75 mil, 3 inches at the back, and then I'm gonna run it up and have a bit of a curve on the front. I want to make the side panels out of them. When I cut this 900, there's 300 left over in the sheet for 1200. So they're 3 foot in the old money, and they're 12 inches, 300. So I shall make a pattern out of that each side, and then put my fillets on it all the way across to make the roof, and with the tent and the windows this end. So I'll be able to sit on here like I can now, shimmy into the back of this. I'm sitting down, and this will be my bed here. Fan on one side, little table on the other side over here to flip down and just put the laptop on and watch some movies in bed. I haven't cut the hole in the side yet for the drawer. Just got to work all the drawer out and the big slides and where I'll put the cooker. The battery will sit in that one somehow, connecting up. I've got a great deal off of a local company that makes the lithium battery. Great deal off of them boys, with a panel, solar blanket actually, and the charger. So what I intend to do is from my tow vehicle, which will be my ute, my pickup as you call it, you guys, we'll have an Anderson plug fixed near the ball, near the tow ball, and then I'll plug the trailer into that Anderson plug, so when I'm driving, the car alternator will charge up the trailer battery. Then when I stop, I'll unplug it and plug in my solar blanket on a 5 meter cable and go and lay that out in the sun, because this will be under the shade as much as I can, which is normal if you've got a caravan or you're camping in a tent. It's the first thing we did when my very first video. I said I went up to Coral Bay, it was 34 degrees. We found the nearest big tree and put the tent underneath it. So I can't see the point of fixing solar panels to my roof when I'm going to head for shade in this straight away. So I'll charge it up when I'm driving. Solar panel laying out in the sun on a lead, 5 meters long, to keep the battery topped up. But the battery's 120 amp hour lithium. I went for lithium, although it was expensive, because this trailer's rated to 750 kilos, and it's 250 when the actual trailer was 250 when it came. So I've only got 500 kilos, just over 1,000 pound. This timber's, that's why I've gone with the 6mm ply and the battens, because it's a bit lighter. This shuttering ply on the bottom is 17mm thick. That's what you normally use if you're shuttering out for concreting. I'll probably make this top panel over above where the kitchen is going at the front. That'll be a solid panel. I'll screw that down, and then this back end, that'll be just about 600, and then this back end's 1200. That'll make the 1800 up. This end I'll have on the gas struts to go up, same as the roof will be on the gas struts to go up. Really happy with the progress so far. Run out of short screws, hence over on that wall in that corner I've come through the ply and through the pine battens with the screws. I need to get some more short ones. Been spending plenty of money in Bunnings, so I should think I'll be advertising for them, I'll tell you. The amount of spend at the hardware store. So pretty happy. As I say, a resin mix next. Paint a lot of these joists and then run around a lot of the internal angles with the filler, the peanut butter consistency filler that you make up with the sawdust and the epoxy, and try and do a lot of the internals and maybe even tape, a couple of inches of fiberglass tape. So I'm going to play with a bit with the fiberglass. I haven't done it since I was a kid, any fiberglassing. So about 12, 13 in the Boy Scouts, used to fix canoes, kayaks, so haven't done any since then, so need a refresher course. So I'll do some, I've got some mat somewhere. Oh yeah, it's up here, fiberglass matting, got 10 metres of that, so I can cut that into bandage strips and sort of try and run down the internal angles, 30 mil an inch by an inch, all on the internal angles for strength. And as I say, the cloth will be for the outside, up and over. This will all be treated with epoxy. I fancy the timber look. I'm going to go, as I say, with the spare sheets down the bottom, and up and round front. May trace it out of a bucket lid, and then slope it down. So I know it's the opposite of a wedge shape for drag, but it'll give it a round front and then slide down from about the whole height, 1200, 300 at the front, 12 inches, down to 3 inches at the back, 75 mil. So it'll slope down, a bit of a curve, so sort of like in the teardrop sort of fashion, although it's a square drop. I've put a 75 mil stud here at the back, so when I've panelled the outside, I'm probably going to tongue and groove the inside walls after I've put the insulation in, all the way around. And I'll just tongue and groove there, so it'll leave a gap in the middle of this. That's why I put the wide one on, A for strength, and then I want a gap. I'm getting a fly screen mesh to slide along, so when I open the door I can slide the fly screen mesh, stop any flies getting in it. And the tent will have midgie mesh, fly screen mesh, because when you get up in the north side, or even the north, anywhere in West Australia, you get out of town, the flies are unbearable. So I'll need the mesh too. I bought an awning. I've got to put some fixings on the awning, come up the side, have the awning out off of this side. So progress is happening. Really happy. Any comments off the group would be awesome. Any tips, gas strut sizes, any guesses like that would be awesome. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.